So as we come into our practice today, I invite you guys to all take a seat on your mat. If you have any props, any blocks, any blankets, any cushions, you can use all of these things, big books. I will try and remind myself to show you guys how to incorporate them in your practice. If you already know how, then by all means, just use them whenever you feel you need to. And I'll try and give you some modifications and options to use these props. We're going to start today seated. So right away, if you have a cushion, if you have a block, feel free to take the block or the cushion and bring it right underneath your tailbone and have a seat. Sometimes sitting down on the ground is not always very comfortable. And if your knees look like they're up here, that's fine. If you want to sit back on your heels, if you just want to find any position to sit down, please feel free to take the time to find what feels good for you here. We'll start in the seat. Now, I invite you guys to take a moment here to just feel yourself ground down onto your mats. Give yourself this moment to become aware of entering your practice now. Taking some deeper breaths in, beginning to steady the breath. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the nose. Relaxing your shoulders down from the ears. And see if you can lift the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. So we want to bring in this nice tall posture, feeling our connection to the ground underneath us, whilst our heads, our crowns reach up toward the sky. See if you can find some ease in this position. You can bring your hands to your belly and just really feel your breath and starting to connect to that breath. Inhaling really deep. Exhaling. And thinking about lengthening the exhale. Now I invite you to close your eyes, if that feels okay for you. See if you can relax the space between your eyebrows. See if you can relax your jaw. Now take a moment now to think about your intention of coming to practice today. Whatever it is, whatever it comes up. There's no good intention or less than good intention. Just think about what brought you to your mat today. Hold it in your mind. Maybe visualize the words. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and let your intention go. Let whatever comes up in the practice today just arise. Beautiful. If you've had your eyes closed, you can open them up again. And we're going to begin to come into a child's pose. So coming down onto your mat, bringing your knees together and your feet together, we'll sink our hips down to our heels here. And bring the arms down by your side with the palms facing down on the ground, the back of the palms. And then just allow your chest, your head, your nose to come down to the ground, beginning to relax your whole head and your torso over your legs. I'm going to keep my head a little bit lifted just so that you can hear the sound of my voice. But we'll stay for a few moments here, just taking some deep breaths in. Feeling the breath expand the back side of the body maybe. Noticing how on an inhale, the back of your rib cage expands. And then exhale, letting it go. You can begin to bring your hands forward. We're going to come up onto our palms. So pressing down into the hands, we'll lift the hips. And we're going to extend the right leg out to the side. So taking the right leg toward the right side. This time coming back into child's pose, sitting the hips back down to the heel. You can keep the arms stretched forward. And just allow that right hip to start to open. If this is too much for you, you can always just take the knee out, maybe a little to the side, and open up that right hip. Or extend that leg and see if you can sink your hips down to your heels again. Relax the forehead and the chest down. Take a few breaths in here. Breathing into all four corners of the rib cage. We'll press back into the hands to lift back up, bringing the right leg back in toward the center, and this time extending the left leg out to the side. Now you play with the placement of your foot. If you want to place your foot, the sole of the foot down, that's fine. If you want to lift the toes and keep the heel down, that's fine. And then begin to sink your hips back down toward the heel. Reaching the arms forward, melting the chest and the head down to the ground. We'll press back up as you're ready, bringing that leg back toward the center, and let's find a tabletop here. So really working to stack the shoulders directly above the wrists. The knees are hip-width distance apart. You can tuck your toes if that feels good, or allow the tops of the feet to rest down on the ground. From here, we want to really press away from the ground and keep a lot of length in the back. So try not to round the back here. See if you can flatten the back. We're going to inhale and reach the right arm forward. Extending through the fingertips, finding length along that arm. We're going to inhale and then begin to circle the arm back down toward the center. And again, inhale, reach the arm forward. Half circle around to the side and back to center, almost like you're swimming. Inhale, reach, bring it back a couple more times, just warming up the upper body here, beginning to wake up those shoulders. And once more, breathing with the movement. We'll bring the right hand back down to center and continue on the left side. Inhale to reach the left arm forward. Now, as you're reaching forward, see if you can pull the arm back into the shoulder socket so that you're not overreaching, okay? We're inhaling and we're bringing the arm into the shoulder, and then we're gonna rotate the arm out to the side and reach forward. Good, that's it. Stay with this movement here, breathing into the shoulders, into the back side of the body, continuing to lift away from the ground. A couple more times here. Beautiful. And bringing the hand back down to the mat. We're going to inhale and lift the right leg. Lifting the toes away from the ground. All 5 toes are pointing down. Pressing away from the ground here, feeling that length in the back side of the body. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to bend the knee in and circle it out. Okay? Bending the knee down toward the belly and then circling it out to the side. Waking up the hips now. Continuing to press down into both hands evenly. Lifting the body away from the ground. We'll do one more. Beautiful. And lower the right leg. Again, coming over to the left, lifting the left leg. You can keep the toes down if that feels better for you, or lift the toes away from the ground. Take a big inhale to grow nice and long across the back, and then you're going to bend the knee and again, circle in and out. Bringing the knee up in toward the chest and the belly, out to the side, little hip circles here. Waking up the hips and the lower back. Again, making sure you're pressing away from the ground and keeping an awareness on the breath here. One more wherever you are. and release the knee back down to the ground. Beautiful. Finding that tabletop position. This time we're going to inhale and lift the left arm as we extend the right leg back. You can keep the toes down on the ground or you can lift the foot away from the earth. Reaching through the fingers, we're pulling the arm back into the shoulder, and from here we're just getting lots of length in the back body. So think about reaching the crown of the head forward. The heel is extending to the wall behind you. And hold and breathe for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release down, moving to the other side. Lengthening the left leg behind you. The right arm reaches forward. Maybe you lift those toes away from the ground. Maybe feeling the muscles in your backside start to engage as you really breathe into the back here. Reaching through the fingers, reaching back with the heel. Take a big breath in and hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bringing the hand and the knee back down to center. We're going to come up into our first downward dog. So from child's pose, you're going to tuck the toes and begin to press down into the hands as you lift the hips back up. Keep the knees bent as much as feels good for you here, okay? The heels are descending toward the earth. They don't have to reach there. And let's see if we can just find a little bit of movement here, maybe bending one knee and the other, walking the dog. So you want your hands to really be pressing down into the ground here. All 10 fingers are making direct contact with the earth. And imagine as if you're almost opening up a jar so that you're having this external rotation in your shoulders and your hands are gripping down, about ready to open up a jar to the right. Now see if you can come into stillness for a few breaths here, pressing the chest back toward the top of the thighs and taking a big breath in. Inhale, exhale, one more big breath in, exhale, lower the knees back down to the ground and sink back for child's pose. Maybe taking the knees wide, bringing the toes together, hips go down to the heels, chest relax down to the ground for a few breaths. As you're ready, press into the hands and we're going to find our downward dog once again. So lifting the knees away from the ground, we're pressing into all 10 fingers, lifting the hips. Again, see if you can tap into that external rotation in the shoulders by visualizing your hands beginning to turn open like you're opening up a jar. The elbow creases are shining forward. So your elbow creases want to point forward toward the top of the mat. And press your chest back toward the top of the thighs as you sink your heels down. Big breath in. Exhale, keeping as much bend in the knees as you'd like. You can also use blocks here to place blocks under your hands, bringing the ground up toward you. Big breath in again. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees a lot and then begin to tiptoe your feet up toward your hands. Taking little baby steps, we're going to come into a forward fold. You can keep your feet hip-width distance apart or you can bring the toes together. Relax the crown of your head down. Allow your tailbone to rise up and maybe you grab for opposite elbows. Allowing the body to sway side to side, feeling that stretch in the back of the legs here. Lots of deep breaths in through the nose. Maybe you release the arms and then shake your head, yes. And shake it no to release the muscles in your neck. Beautiful. From here, we're going to inhale and lift up halfway. So dragging the fingers along the front of the shins, come up to a halfway lift. The crown of the head is reaching forward and see if you can roll your shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful. Feeling that length in the back side of the body. Just taking some big breaths in here. Feeling all four corners of your feet pressing down to the ground. One more big breath. Exhale and release back to a fold. From here, we're going to root to rise. So press down into all four corners of those feet. Take a big inhale and rise all the way up. As the arms reach overhead, bring the hands together and allow them to come down through the center. Nice work. Let's speed that up a bit. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time, maybe you bend the elbows and cactus the arms back. Opening up the chest, twice more. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Standing up nice and tall. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, bending the arms, bringing the elbows behind you. And this time, we're going to inhale, reach all the way up, and then come in and fold forward. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches out. Fingertips can stay on the ground or maybe rise up the front of your shins. Roll the shoulders back from the ears. Take a big breath in. Exhale and fold. Placing the hands on the ground, we're going to step the right leg back. Lower the right knee and find your low lunge here. Front knee is going to stay directly over that front ankle. Now, take your hands, bring your hands to the inside and the outside of that front ankle. Take a big breath in here and then begin to lift those hands, pressing them into that shin up toward the knee. And then press back down again. See if you can really visualize and sense that stacking of the knee directly over that ankle. Let's do it one more time, okay? Inhale, reach. Pull those hands to either side of the leg and exhale and descend. Good. Now from here, you can begin to bring your hands either back down to the ground or maybe you lift the torso, being very aware of keeping that knee over the ankle. Inhale, lift that heart, and maybe you reach the arms overhead. Nice work. Already feeling the core start to turn on here, give you some balance. Maybe the back toes are tucked. Maybe the foot is on the ground. Take a big breath. Exhale, release the hands back down to the ground. We're going to tuck the back toes, and this time lift the back knee. Finding a low runner's lunge here. We'll move forward and back to stretch into that back leg a little bit. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Finding some stillness. You can stay here with your fingers on the ground or join me and come in for a high lunge. That front knee is staying directly over that front ankle. We're lifting the arms up overhead if that feels good, or you can keep the hands in front of the heart. Pressing into the back heel. Back heel is reaching down and away. Open up the front side body. Take a big breath. Exhale, release the hands. We're going to step that back foot up to meet the front. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Reach the arms up and hands come down through heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back and lower the left knee. Okay, finding our foundation here once again. Let's take our hands to either side of the ankle, bringing this front knee directly over the ankle. We're going to drag those hands up the leg just to make sure we've got that alignment. And then push the hands back down. One more time. Inhale, knee directly over the ankle. Lifting the hands and pressing the hands back down. Nice work. Excellent job. From here, you can keep the fingers down or you can begin to lift the torso, keeping that stacking in the front leg, and reach the arms overhead if you'd like. Relax the shoulders down. Take a big breath in. Exhale. See if you can pull the belly in here. Keep a nice long spine. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. We'll tuck the back toes and lift the back knee away from the ground, pressing the heel back as maybe you shift a little bit forward and back, finding a little bit of sway, opening up those hips a little bit more. Beautiful. Coming back to stillness, knee over that ankle. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Feeling those hips really turn on. Feel those stretch in the front leg, and keep your balance here. If you get off balance, don't worry. Just take a big breath and come back to center. Now we're reaching through the fingers. We're relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down and step the back foot up. Find your forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise. All the way up. Reach the hands up overhead. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Beautiful job. Let's go again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping the right leg back. Getting ready for a crescent lunge, high lunge. Front knee over the ankle. You can keep your fingers down or reach the arms up overhead. Good. Now visualize having a big beach ball above your head. So your hands are spaced apart, about shoulder width distance. Relax the shoulders down from the ears and press that back heel away. If you want to keep a bend in that back knee, that's fine. But you can also really straighten that back leg, reach the heel down toward the earth. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Begin to turn those back toes out and we'll lower the heel down to the ground. Finding our warrior one. Our right toes are turned out 45 degrees. Grounding that back heel down, we press into the pinky toe edge of the back foot. Keep that front knee stacked above the ankle. See if you can get your hips closer to the top of the mat. Rather than opening up to the side, we're bringing our hips square and reaching with the fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Warrior one. One more big breath in. Now begin to turn the back toes out even more, bringing the back foot parallel with the back edge of that mat. Turn the hips open to the side and then reach your arms out to either side, finding our warrior two this time. So maybe you play with the stance of that back foot, shifting it forward, shifting it back, finding the space that your hips need to come into the pose. Front knee stays over that ankle. Relax the shoulders. Beautiful. Take a big breath. Exhale. Inhale. Begin to drop the back arm, lift the heel once again. Find your crescent lunge. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Step the back foot in. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Reach the arms up and hands come down through heart center. Moving to the other side, we inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with that left foot, setting up for our high lunge. Front knee over the ankle. We lift the torso. Again, reach the arms up overhead or hands come down through heart center. If you'd rather keep your hands on the ground, you can also use blocks to place your hands on the blocks and bring the earth closer to you. Nice work, everybody. Reach the arms up, press that back heel away, lengthen the back of the leg. Nice work. Pull the belly in, take a big breath in. Exhale. Now begin to turn the back toes out at a 45-degree angle. Bringing the heel down toward the ground, we find our warrior one. We press into the pinky toe edge of the back foot, reaching through those fingers. Pressing into that back foot. Good. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath in. And then we begin to turn the toes so that the back foot is parallel with the back mat. Reach the arms out. Coming in for a warrior two. Front knee stays directly over that front ankle. Pressing into that back foot. Relax the shoulders from the ears and take a big breath in. Feel the power, the strength in your legs. One more inhale. Relax that back arm. Begin to release it back forward. Lift the back heel, finding that crescent lunge for a breath. Exhale, release the hands down. Step the back foot in. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Round two. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step that right leg back. Inhale, high lunge. Moving a little bit faster now, using the breath. Big inhale. Exhale, release the back heel. Turn the toes out at 45, finding your warrior one. Hips are moving square to the top of the mat. Now, see if you can lift that back knee away from the ground. So if you feel like your back knee is dumping down, press into the back edge of the foot and lift the knee away from the earth. Beautiful. Take a big breath. Now turn the toes out. Reach the arms to opposite sides of the room. Back foot goes parallel with the back of the mat, finding your warrior two. Excellent. Open up across the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Release the back arm. Come back for your crescent lunge. Lift the back heel. Exhale. Hands release to the earth and step the back foot in. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Step the left foot back, finding your crescent lunge. Lifting, rising up. Take a big breath in. Back heel presses away. Exhale, release the back heel down. Turn the toes out, finding your warrior one. Pressing into the pinky toe edge of the back foot. We anchor down. We reach through the fingers. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Turning open to the left. Maybe you step that back foot out a little bit. Front knee stays over the ankle as you find your warrior two. Nice work. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Shoulders are stacked directly over the hips. One more big inhale. Exhale. Release the back arm. Find that crescent lunge once more. Take a breath. Exhale. Hands come down and step the back foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with the right leg. Inhale, crescent lunge. Back heel presses away. Reach through the fingertips. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Lower the back heel, turn the back toes out, warrior one. Hips are moving square to the front of the mat, pressing into the pinky toe edge of the back foot. We take a breath in, and then we open up. Find your warrior two. Back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Relax the shoulders. Beautiful. Reach for the sides of the room through the fingers. Now remember when we were reaching through our arms earlier, we're pulling the shoulders back into the shoulder socket, okay? And then you're reaching through the fingers. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release the back arm. Find that crescent lunge once more. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like, you can come with me in Warrior 3. We're going to bring our hands down through heart center. We're going to begin to shift the weight into our front foot, lifting that back foot. You can keep the toe down, or you can lift the foot and fly. Finding our Warrior 3 here. Feeling that front foot make a connection with the earth. Keeping a micro bend in that front knee. Extending through the back heel. Breathe. Find a steady spot to take your gaze and hold. Take another big breath in. Exhale, release the foot down. Find your crescent lunge once more for a breath. And then release the hands. Step the back foot in. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. We're moving to the other side. Hands come down through heart center. Inhale, reach high. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step the left foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Breathe, reach through the fingers. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, release the heel down. Find your Warrior 1. Toes turn out. Hips move square to the front. Keep lengthening that back leg. Pressing into the pinky toe edge. Inhale. Exhale, open up toward the left. Finding your Warrior 2. Front knee stays over that ankle. Relax the shoulders. Reach through the fingertips. Shoulders are stacked over hips. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, release the back arm. Finding your crescent lunge once more. We're going to come into our Warrior 3. So bringing your hands maybe toward the heart center. We're going to shift the weight forward. Drag the toe in and then maybe lift the foot away from the ground. Lengthening the back side of the body. We're pressing through that back heel. Finding a little bit of balance here. If you fall out, no problem. Just take a breath. Find a little bit of ease. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the foot down. Find your crescent lunge once more. Exhale, hands down, step the back foot in. Inhale, root to rise. All the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Nice work, everybody. Okay, from here, we're going to come into another balancing posture. So finding that tall mountain, we're pressing all four corners of the feet down into the ground. Lifting up the heart, we keep a nice tall posture here. Hands can come in front of the heart in prayer position. Now release the right hand and lift the right knee toward the center. You can take the right hand and bring it to the front of the knee, giving yourself a little bit of support. Taking a few breaths in here. Now this left hand that's held in front of your heart is meant to just be a gauge so that you lift your heart up toward the thumb rather than curling in. See if you can lift that front body. Take a big breath. Exhale, lower that front foot. Nice work. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And root to rise all the way back up. Hands come down through heart center. And we leave the right hand in front of the heart as we begin to lift the left knee. Bring the hand to the front of the knee and find a little bit of balance here. If you need to use a chair or a wall for support, no problem. And if you fall out, no worries. Let it go and come back when you feel good. Okay? Relax the shoulders down. Keep a micro bend in that standing knee. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Step that right leg back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach the hands overhead. Exhale, turn the toes out, finding your warrior one. Ground down through the back heel. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Turning the body toward the right, we reach through those fingertips, pressing into the pinky toe edge of that back foot. Big breath in. Exhale, release the back arm. Lift the back heel, find your crescent lunge. Bring the hands down through heart center. We're coming in for warrior three. Shifting the weight forward, we drag the toe in and lift the back foot. Coming into a nice flat back here, pressing through the back heel, crown of the head reaches away. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and from here you can begin to lower the back toe and drag the toe forward. We're going to come in for that balancing posture, hand to knee, release the right hand, lift that knee through center, give yourself some support, grabbing the front of that knee, lifting the heart toward the left thumb. We inhale, exhale. Now from here, you can stay or you can maybe wrap some peace fingers around the front foot and then begin to extend the leg in front of you. The challenge here is to stand up nice and tall. Try not to fold forward. Lift that chest up. Extend that leg. Find a steady spot and breathe. You can do this for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly, with control, release the foot back down to center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Step the left foot back. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Reach through the fingers, take a big breath. Exhale, turn the back toes, lower the heel, warrior one. Hips are square to the front, reach through the fingers, inhale. Exhale, open up to the left. Finding your warrior two, front knee over the ankle. Relax the shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Release the back arm, finding that crescent lunge once more, lifting the back heel. We bring the hands down through heart, and we find our warrior three. Lifting the back foot, keeping a nice flat back. Breathing, holding the gaze steady. Micro bend in this front knee. Now pressing down into that grounded foot, we inhale and begin to shift the body up. Maybe bringing that toe down to the ground. Maybe keeping the toe away from the ground as we lift the knee in front of us. Releasing the left hand to the front of the knee. Keeping the right thumb to the heart. We inhale, lift up tall. Now from here, you can take peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe. If you'd like, you can extend that front leg. Lifting up in the chest, taking a big breath, staying here. If you fall out, don't worry, no problem. And holding and breathing for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Release that knee, release the foot. Take a big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right leg back. Lower the knee. Step the left leg back. Lower the knee. Sink the hips back to the heels and come in for child's pose. Taking a few moments here. Maybe you open up those knees and relax the belly and the chest down to the ground. Just noticing any changes in the energy in your body. Noticing your breath. Just bringing your awareness to the sound of your breath, to the depth of your breath. Inhale, press into the hands to come back up on all fours. Finding this tabletop position, we're going to inhale the right leg behind us. Maybe you lift the foot away from the ground, and then gently bend the knee and bring the right foot between the hands. However it takes to get up there, maybe you use your hand to guide the foot up. Front knee over the ankle. We're going to send the hips back, coming in for a half splits pose. We lift the toes and lengthen the front leg. Now again, you can take some blocks here. Place your hands on blocks and keep the torso up. Or you can go ahead and fold the body forward, feeling that stretch in the front leg. Breathing into the hamstring. One more big breath in. Roll through the front foot. Bring that knee back, finding that tabletop once again. We reach the left leg behind us. And then lift the foot if you'd like and bring the left foot through. Sinking the hips back down toward the heel, we lengthen the front leg and find our half splits. Keeping the torso lifted or folding the torso forward. Breathe in. Inhale, roll through that front foot. Bring that foot back to meet the right leg and sit back on the heels. We'll shift the hips over and come down onto our backs. Nice and gently, finding a position on your back. We're going to start to bring the breath back down, bringing the energy back down before our final meditation. Let's inhale and bring the right leg toward the chest, lengthening the left leg long. You can rotate the ankle one way, and then maybe the other way. Now from here, we're going to do that same pose that we did standing up. So bringing the right hand to the front of the right knee, we can release the left hand down. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Exhale. And then maybe if you'd like, you lengthen that top leg. You can bring the hands to the calf. You can take peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe. Relaxing the shoulders and the back side of the body down into the ground. Just breathing into the length in the back of the leg. Again, you can keep the leg bent if that feels better for you. Or go ahead and create a little bit of space and length. Steady the breath. And then from here, if you'd like, you can extend the left arm out to the side and begin to release the right leg out toward the right. Opening up the hips, pressing through that right heel. See if you can keep those left toes facing up toward the sky. Anchoring the back of the left leg down. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Bend that right knee and bring it back toward the center. Beautiful. Release the leg, maybe shake it out a little bit here. And then inhale and bring the left leg in toward the chest. Rotating the ankle one way and then the other way. We release the right arm, keeping the left hand to the front of the left knee. You can remain here. See if you can lengthen the back of the neck. Tucking the chin slightly toward the chest. And then if you'd like, maybe you take that big toe in between your peace fingers and lengthen that leg up toward the ceiling. Keeping the right toes pointed up toward the sky. You can stay here or begin to allow the left leg to come out toward the left, Opening up that right arm for balance. Ground down in the hips here. So trying not to turn over to the left. We keep the right toes pointed up toward the sky. Breathing into the right leg, grounding down. Allowing those hips to remain on the ground. Big breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it back to center, and release the leg down. Beautiful work, everybody. Let's take some micro movements here before we come into our final relaxation. Maybe swishing the toes side to side, releasing the lower back. If you would prefer to do our final meditation and relaxation in a seated position, you can go ahead and find yourself a comfortable seat. If you're on your backs, really begin to feel the back side of the body start to melt down into the earth here. We'll do a short pranayama exercise, a short breath exercise, followed by a few moments of quiet and meditation to complete the practice. So as you find yourself here in a relaxed position, if you're seated with your legs crossed or if you're on your back, maybe you bring your hands to your belly. Just placing your hands gently in front of the belly. Taking a few deep breaths in here. We're going to do a breath exercise that brings our awareness in close contact with our breath by using a count of 5 on the inhale and a count of 5 on the exhale. If you'd rather not do the breath exercise or you have any blood pressure issues, that's fine. And if you'd like to join, bring your awareness into lengthening the inhale and the exhale. On my count, we will gently take an inhale in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the count in your head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now take a big deep breath in, letting it go. Release any holding, any patterning on the breath. Notice any changes in your breath, in your energy. And allow the body to breathe naturally. Just remaining for a few moments of stillness here, allowing the fruits of your practice to saturate into your body, into your mind and your spirit. Take these final moments to release any further tension in any areas of the body. Using your breath to break up any areas of tension, breathing in nice and deep. You can remain here in Shavasana. You can end your practice on your backs, or if you're in a seated position or you'd like to begin to sit up, just bring some gentle movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe stretching and reaching the arms overhead, and then bringing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. Shifting over to one side and very slowly and gently pressing up to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed if you had them closed down, keeping that awareness close to you. Finding a seat, either cross-legged or up on a block or a blanket. Let's take a breath in here. Now with the eyes closed, see if you can recall the intention that you brought to your practice today. As we begin our practice, what was it that brought you here? Just take one moment to think about that intention once again. Open your eyes and let's share a final breath in together, reaching the arms up overhead, gathering the beautiful energy we created together. Let's bring it back down into our hearts. And let's keep it there as we bow to ourselves, to each other for sharing this practice and this energy. I thank you.